Welcome to another episode of Website Critiques with Bryan and Chris.
I'm Bryan. That's Chris.
Sorry. On today's episode, we're going to be going through Natalie Zepp Photography's website. So first of all, thank you, Natalie, for submitting the website. And let's dive right in. So first impression, what are you thinking?
I really like it. Like off the first bat, we've already kind of like, spoiler alert, we've already scrolled a little bit. I'm kind of a fan. However, if I remove the fact that I've scrolled and already kind of poked around a little bit on the site, the main thing for me now, and we're looking at this on a 15-inch MacBook Pro, which I would say is a fairly average screen for the most part in terms of resolution and stuff. You've got the image cut off, which I don't love, especially because it's moving, it's scrolling. It's like that's where your attention should be. This logo is really tall. It's a lot of space to take up. Like you're almost using half the screen real estate before you even get into anything that I really want to be looking at. So that kind of just is an initial bug. And then the bar, I don't know, for me, I know we talked about this on a previous episode. I don't love when we have these hello bars at the top. Like we've got this mom workshop thing at the top. I know why we do it. It's a marketing technique, but I'd almost rather have it show up maybe after you're on the site for a minute or something like that, as opposed to it be there right away, because it kind of draws my attention back up
pops
to the top.
in or pops up somewhere else. Yeah.
So that's just like my gut reaction. What's your thought?
That's interesting. Design-wise, I think it's really pretty right off the bat. Like I think she has this. She's very into this monochrome, very very dark treatment. You don't really see color anywhere except for in her photos. So branding-wise, I think that works really well for her. I like the cleanliness of the header for sure. There's some maybe that gray is a little too dark, like in here, that it doesn't pop this enough. But maybe it's okay. That it is a little small. But the only thing I'm seeing kind of as a missed opportunity is, if somebody wants to hire you, what are they going to click on? I'm sure they're probably going to click on contact, but why not have that as like the hire me or whatever it is button? Right. Have that a little bit more popping.
That stands out.
Yeah. Other than that, I'm so far liking the header.
Yeah.
Personally, so
as you just kind of moved around, and I see a lot of photographers that do this where they've got the Pinterest plugin. Honestly, for me, now this it could be personal, it could not be. I'm not sure, but in my mind, social media, Pinterest, all those should all be gateways to your site to get people to come to your site. That's marketing, right? You're going to be on Pinterest and pull people to come to your site. When photographers use these plugins that automate adding the sort of pin it button, we're basically encouraging people that have already come to our website, that we've worked so hard to get people to our website. We're now saying, hey, go over to Pinterest. We're kind of sending them away before they've even had a chance to dive in. So I'm not typically a fan of those plugins that auto add that pin it button, because as soon as I click this right now, it's a pop-up, so it's not so bad. But still, it's drawing me away from where I want people to be, which is on my website. So I would probably just suggest getting rid of that plugin. It busies it up, it distracts them, and I don't think it's necessary. If they're here, I want them enjoying the photos, not seeing this thing that keeps popping up in the top left corner.
Yep.
Just a quick little, personal preference.
Yep. One thing I do like that she did is actually have that slideshow. The slideshow is there, which is interesting as a visual piece, but then it's actually cut off so that entices you to scroll, right? Okay. Which I actually don't mind at all. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't mind it. I think I'm totally game for that. I still just think this takes up way too much.
It does take
way
up
too
a
much
lot
vertical
of room.
space.
Yeah.
I think you could probably still have it even if you cut off some of the space up here. Like even as I close this, I'm assuming it's going to give me a bit more. If we cut off a little bit of the white space, maybe. Also, just because there's some weird inconsistencies. Like this padding isn't the same as this. I don't think it's quite the same as this. I don't know. Maybe your eyes will pick up more on that than mine will.
No, it's all different. Yeah.
I mean, she's got beautiful work. So, I mean, photography-wise, just like on gut reaction, if I'm a client coming here to the site, beautiful work. She's got really, really beautiful photography there. So you're definitely going to attract people with that. For me, it's the slideshow is timed well enough that like I can enjoy each photo and then I'm into the next one. For me, there's enough variety, which I really enjoy. So I can kind of, I'm sitting here wanting to look at these photos and wanting to stay. There's not really any indicator of when I'm done. So, and I'm not sure if I feel like that's good or that's not good, because even right now, like I'm sitting here looking at it and I don't know when to like move on, because I'm actually loving these photos and I want to keep enjoying it. There is a fair bit of mix in there. Like that last one it looked like an engagement image, whereas a lot of these are, maternity, portrait, that kind of thing. There's no way to navigate and go back. If I'm like, oh, that was cute, like let me go back and look at that again. So I don't know. I can always have these mixed feelings about these homepage slideshows. I love them because it engages people, but there's this like lack of organization, lack of direction, lack of me being able to take the wheel and drive myself.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, you seem very torn. Actually.
Yeah, I'm totally torn. I don't know if you just saw that.
Very
but
evident,
I completely
actually.
just I love it, but I don't. And I'm weird, but that's so cool, but I'm not sure.
We all just we were all bearing with you for a second. But
what are your thoughts? Like from a web design standpoint?
So from a marketing standpoint, I guess I'll start with that. It has to be crafted, right? So you have to craft this experience of you're enticing people into it and all that kind of stuff. You also don't want it too long that, you definitely feel like, all right, I've seen that photo already. I can kind of continue on, right? I feel like there's outside of that, like if I landed on this website and I started scrolling, there's a lot of links here. I'm probably not ready to kind of figure out, what's schooled. I don't know what that is. I'm assuming it's maybe school photography or she's going to teach me something. I don't know.
Right.
I'm going to keep scrolling. Okay, yeah, I'm going to stop here for a minute and then keep going. I just feel like we've lost an opportunity in the header to grab their attention and tell them what to do next.
Right.
And I think that's part of the issue with the slideshow as well, because you're right. There almost isn't a story behind it. It does seem like a bunch of random images where it could be a lot more intentional.
An idea, throwing the idea out there. Now, again, this is assuming like we didn't actively go out and look for a birth photographer in Pensacola. So you might have people coming to your website with a different sort of level of awareness or level of understanding of who you are and what you do coming in. But when I came in here, it wasn't intuitive to me exactly what kind of photographer you are, exactly what kind of value you can give to me. However, as soon as I started going down and I'm seeing this, birth and family photographer, documentary photography, celebrating motherhood and family. I love that. I almost would prefer to have that like somehow more upfront, up top, over the images or something, just to kind of be like, hey, welcome. Here's what you're going to see. Here's some images. Enjoy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
if you read this, if you understood this, and then saw the slideshow,
totally,
you would put the slideshow in context and understand what you were looking at.
Yep.
Right.
For sure.
And I think that's the idea here. Like, I think she's done a good job of the elements are there, just maybe the order's a little different, just to literally start that story off, right?
Yeah. I love it. Cool. Okay, so if we keep scrolling, I'm a big fan of these. I don't know what you think, but I'm a fan of like the single sort of long page, like
agreed,
like the single page. What am I trying to say? Single page long form sales letter, like that kind of approach, right? Like one sort of column. Now she does have navigation, which I know from poking around does take you away. But I like this as sort of like a quick summary. Like going through here, I can scroll through. There are some headlines that are going to stop me. There's some buttons that are going to stop me. It's not too cluttered. See, this is where that Pinterest thing again, right? It kind of comes up on every image. But I do like that it seems very clear, very clean. And then when I get down to here, it's birth, family, or brand. So, I mean, that's great that she's kind of, when we've talked about this a lot in previous episodes, it's like, welcome to the hallway. Which door do you want to go down? I kind of do like that feel to it. So generally, I like the homepage. There's a fair bit of text, but it doesn't.
I think those sections could be a lot smaller. Like I was just thinking that. Like I think the about section above is probably absolutely fine. Like this little meet your photographer, because you're going to start reading. I love how she started with, "Hey, I'm Natalie." She bolded that.
Yeah.
And I love how she split this paragraph out here as like a single.
Yeah,
I think
100%.
that works really well, and a nice CTA.
Yep.
Call to action. Sorry. But you come down here and it's just. These are almost overwhelming. Like chunky. I would say, take 70% of that away and have your learn more button, and maybe even has that like learn more about birth or like learn about birth photography or something like that, just to give it a little bit more context to that button, so you don't have the same button repeating 3 times. It's just that just bugs me for some reason. But other than that, I love that single flow.
Love it. Yeah. There's what's funny is like, and there's actually not a lot written about this, but there's an art to like copywriting from a visual standpoint. Like I love that she's got this split up with like one line in between. I think it's really well done.
Yeah.
We're going to put this episode on pause because Instagram TV only gives us 10 minutes, but we're going to pick this up on the next episode of Website Critiques. We'll see you in that one.